Got it.
Okay, so welcome everybody to all the audience. Just to fill you guys in what's going on here, Alex and I are here playing this little game where Alex pretends to be a client and I pretend to be tech support, and I gotta walk Alex through some kind of configuration of a network. So let's get started. Alex,
Yeah, let's do it.
how are you doing, man?
Good, man. How are you?
Doing good, thanks. Let's start off by putting out three routers. So in the bottom left, we're gonna go into the network devices.
Okay.
We'll bring out three 2911 Cisco routers,
Okay.
just in like a little triangle, just like that. Awesome, beautiful.
Okay. Perfect.
And then now we're gonna grab. First of all, we're gonna open up the routers. So double click on each router. Then we're gonna turn it off.
All
And
right.
now on the left side, we can add a module. And the one we're looking for is going to be HWIC. So it's called a WIC card. And basically
Okay.
what this is, you know, routers are these physical boxes, and they're modular. You can add expansions to them, different cards and stuff like that. So we're going to add this WIC card, and at the bottom right hand of the corner, yeah, you can drag that
Okay.
right up into the router, into any slot.
All right.
Then we'll turn the router back on. And this allows for
Okay.
serial connections. So we'll close
Perfect.
out of this screen, and we'll do the same thing on the other two routers.
Perfect.
That's the one.
Oh, you gotta turn it off first, right?
That's right. Otherwise, you get an error.
Okay. In real life, it would be something smelling like it was burning.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. Okay. Turn it back on. All right.
Sweet. So we're going to start off with router 1.
R1. Okay.
Go under the command line
CLI.
interface. That's right. And we'll just type in no here.
Perfect.
Go to enable. Type in
Okay.
configure terminal.
All right.
And we're going to set the host name after you press enter. So host name, let's name it router A. Great.
Oh.
And then close out of there. And let's actually get some connections going here. So let's go to the little lightning bolt on the bottom left hand corner. So for the first connection, we're going to use the little red line with the clock beside it.
This one right here.
That's right.
Okay.
And now that's a DCE connection where we can set a clock rate. We're going to hook that up.
DCE.
So click
Okay.
on router 0. Because this cable, both of the ends are not the same. Only one end of the cable has the clock rate on it. So we're going to set that to the router 0.
So does it make a difference if I have the clock in router 1 or router 0?
That's right. So we got to start with the router 0.
Cool.
Let's pick serial, the first one.
First one, okay.
And then put it to router 1.
030.
That's right.
Fine.
And we'll go
Cool.
a bit more deep into what the clock rate is when we're configuring it. So the next connection, we're just going to use a standard serial, which is the one without the clock, and that's called a DCE. Or DTE, I mean, I think. Yeah. So then we're going to hook it up between the two other routers, so the router 2 and router 0. And this one, it doesn't matter which side you do first.
Perfect. So let's do 0, 192.168.0.031.
That's right. And let's get
Okay.
some notes going out here. So let's write some notes down about what the IP addresses we're using. So the right side over
Cool.
here, we're going to do 192.168.1.4
Perfect.
slash 30. And
All
then
right.
click over on the other side. We'll put in 192.168.1.0 slash 30.
Cool.
Cool. So let's get back into router 1.
Uh-huh.
And then we're going to type in interface serial 0/3/0.
Cool.
Type in enter. Now we're going to type in the IP address that we want to use for that. So type in IP address 192.168.1.1. Then we'll put in the subnet mask. It's a /30, so that's going to be 255.255.255.252. Hit
Okay.
enter, and then we'll type
Enter.
in
Okay.
no shutdown, and this is going to turn on the port.
All right.
Sweet. So since we're configuring an OSPF environment, we also want to set a loopback address. This is going to allow for testing and troubleshooting. It's great. It's a virtual interface, actually. So let's type in interface loopback 0.
Can I do it within this interface? Is that fine?
Yeah,
Yeah. Interface loopback 0. Is that correct?
that's right.
Cool.
So you'll notice with the loopback, it turned on automatically when we went in. So when we're working
Yeah.
with physical ports, we gotta turn it on manually. But with the loopback interface, it's a virtual interface, so it comes up automatically. So here we can set the IP address of the loopback interface. So let's type in IP address 192.168.1.8.
Okay. 192.168.1.8.
Then we're gonna put in the subnet mask 255.255.255.252. And then when you hit enter, it's not gonna work.
255.255.255.252. Enter. It's not gonna work, you said?
No, it's not. Because since we're working with /30 addresses, and we're using the 1.8, that's the network ID. So we want to put in like the range.
Oh.
So
Yep.
So now let's hit the up arrow, and we're just going to change the 8 to a 9. That's just a quick thing I wanted to show you guys. So maybe if you guys get an issue like that, always double check your IP addresses.
How can I mean right onto the 8. How can I erase it? It's erasing the 2.
Oh, is it?
Am I doing something wrong?
Oh, maybe you have to go backspace all the way to the IP address.
Yeah, it's not letting me. Okay. So, sorry, 168.1.9, right?
Yeah, you forgot a dot there.
All right.
And then we could put in the subnet mask.
So 9 is within the range. Then
that's right.
Mask. Cool.
Cool. Hit enter.
Okay.
And then we'll go under the config tab at the top.
Uh-huh.
And then we'll copy paste the host name into the display name. so that they could both be router A.
Okay.
Sweet.
Oh yeah, makes sense.
Now let's
Cool.
go into the second router, the one at the top. Let's go under the config tab, and let's type in router B on both of them.
Mm-hmm.
And let's go under the CLI. So here we can go and configure both of the interfaces. So let's type in interface. Serial slash or 0/3/0. And then we're going to
Okay,
configure
then.
the IP address. So IP address 192.168.1.2, and then put in the subnet mask for /30. Hit enter.
All right. Enter.
And then we're going to set the clock rate. So type in clock rate.
Oh, here's where we connect to the clock. That's right.
Yeah.
Clock rate. Okay.
And then we'll set 64,000. So essentially what this does is it synchronizes the data, the receiver with the sender, and then it just gives it a time frame to do that by.
What do you mean by receiver and sender? Like
So
from point A to point B? Yeah.
that's right. So this is the clock side of it. So router B is the sender, and then router A is like the receiver. That's the receiving the transmission or the data or the
Okay.
packets and stuff like that. So clock rate kind of just syncs them up together.
Got it.
And then hit
Nice.
enter, and we'll go
Enter.
into no shutdown. Great. Now we can configure the other interface, which is interface serial /3/1 or 0/3/1. Yeah, so you can't tab complete in the config interface mode, so
Oh,
it's,
okay.
the command still works, but the tab complete doesn't work.
Doesn't
Unless
work.
if
Wow.
you're in just configure terminal.
Got it. So interface serial.
0/3/1.
Okay. Oh, this is for the other router, right?
Yeah, for the other interface.
I have the triangle in my mind. Okay. So right. Yeah. Interface. Okay.
And then we can put in the IP address. And this is going to be a different network, so it's going to be 192.168.1. Let's do 5.
Okay.
And then put in the subnet mask for a /30 CIDR notation.
Okay.
Press enter, and then type in no shut.
Done.
Great. So now we can exit out of here.
Boom.
Boom.
Out of the interface or
Out of the router, yeah.
the router? Okay.
We'll go into router 2. Command, or
Yeah,
let's go
man.
config first to put the name in. Let's do router C.
All right.
Okay, so now we go interface serial 0/3/0. And then we go IP address 192.168.1.6. Then put in the subnet mask for /30.
Same.
That's right. Then type in no shutdown. And this is also another edge router, so we can type in configure the loopback interface of this one too. So let's type in interface loopback 0.
Is there any range for this? Like look back 0, 1, 2?
Yeah, so you can add multiple loopbacks to a single router if you
Okay.
would like. So you could put in 1. Let's try 1.
Okay.
And then again, the loopbacks always go up automatically. So as we see there, let's set an IP address. So type in IP address.
So I don't have to type not shut down.
That's right.
IP address, all right.
So let's set it to 192.168.1.
Okay.
And the network's going to be .12, but obviously that's the network ID. So the next available address is .13. So we're going to want to do .13. Then we'll put in the CIDR notation for a /30.
Okay.
All right. Now, type in exit. We can set a username and password to add a small layer of security to our device. So just type in username, and then after that put in any username you want.
I like this one.
That's my name.
Looks cool.
It looks pretty cool. Who would name
Okay.
themselves that? Okay. Next you put in the password. So type in password.
It kind of like looks professional.
Yeah.
All right. Is this router C?
That's router C. That's right.
Yeah. Oh, let me do this. Are we gonna set up username and passwords for the other ones too?
Yeah. So we'll do the same thing on all of them.
Let me do this. Okay. Okay.
Sweet. Now we can type in line.
Oh, you wanna do remote
Yeah.
session?
Line VTY 0 space 4. And
All right.
type in login local. And yeah, you already knew. This is how you set up a telnet connection.
Okay, so you don't want to do it secure this time.
No. Yeah, so as we know, telnet is the most secure connection we can.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
If you wanna get a high paying job and sell yourself in security, yeah, go ahead and do telnet.
Yeah.
Why not?
Okay, so we'll do the same thing on all the other routers too. Maybe the next episode we can do SSH and go more into the security side of things, but today is just a quick OSPF lab.
I like that word episode. The next episode gives you like a cliffhanger. If
Yeah.
you want more.
What's gonna be next?
Yeah, I like that. So should I go to router A?
That's right. And then same thing, we're gonna set a username and password. Right in there, you're in the right spot. Hungra.
Is that correct? Yeah.
No, you forgot the A after the I.
Oh, okay.
Hungarian. Yeah.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Okay.
And then configure the line VTY.
Okay.
Great. Now one more router. Sweet.
Okay.
Okay, so now we're going to go back to router A, and we're going to start configuring OSPF itself.
Perfect.
So you can type in exit to go back into global
Okay.
configuration.
All right.
And we'll type in router OSPF. And then we can pick any number you want pretty much. So we're going to set maybe like 10, 15, or 20. And that's just the
So if I
ID of the router area or the OSPF area.
okay. So 20.
Yeah, 20 works. Or sorry, not the area, but just the OSPF ID.
Mm-hmm.
So here we can type in the networks that this router knows about. So router A, if we reevaluate what
Oh.
we've done, it has two networks. We got the network of our loopback interface, and then we have a separate network of our
Uh-huh.
point-to-point connection between router A and router B. So type in network
Network. Okay.
and type in 192.168.1.0. And that's the network ID that the point-to-point connection is on. And now we're going to
Mm-hmm.
type in not the subnet mask, but a wildcard mask. And that's essentially just the subnet mask, but backwards, where the network portion is turned off, and then the host portion is turned on. So this one's going to be 0.0.0.3. And OSPF uses wildcards, not subnet masks. And then after
Oh,
that,
okay.
before you press enter, press space and type in area. And here we can set the area. So, we could do area 0 even, or any number you want,
Okay.
and then hit enter. Now we're going to type in the same command pretty much. So network, but we're going to use the IP
Oh,
address of
now
the loopback now.
for the loopback. Okay.
So 192.168.1.8. See, this is where we do
Okay.
.8.
Yeah.
And then put in the
And that
wildcard,
9 was okay.
which is
Yeah.
going to be the same as the other one, 0003. And then this one, we're going to set a different area. So we'll do area 1.
Does it matter if I use the same area? I have to use a different one, right?
Yeah, we'll use a different one just to keep them separated. And
Okay.
that's what makes this a edge router, because it's in between two different areas.
Perfect. So enter.
That's right. And now we can go to router B, which is going to be our internal OSPF router, meaning that it's only going to be in one area.
Okay, makes sense. Yeah.
So here,
So
type in exit to get into global configuration mode. So now we can go router OSPF 20.
quick question. What is the difference between OSPF, just to get it straight, OSPF 20 and area? So what's the 20 doing
So the 20 is
here?
the OSPF ID. That's a great question. And
Oh,
basically, every router that's in the same area kind of has the same OSPF ID, and it
ID. Oh, okay.
uses that to sync up properly.
Okay, it makes sense. It reminds me about VLANs. When you have the native VLAN ID, kind of like the same thing, right?
It's
Is it
similar,
similar,
yeah,
or
for sure.
can you
Right,
see?
it's a good idea.
Okay. Router SPF 20. Yeah, it makes sense. And what was next? I don't
So
remember.
we just hit enter.
Enter. Okay.
And then we type in the network.
Okay.
And the first one's going to be
Network.
192.168.1.0.
Oh, sorry. That 168. That
Okay.
one. That 0.
And then we'll put in the wildcard. to 0.0.0.3. And this is
Okay.
going to be on area 0.
Same area as the other one.
Yeah.
So what I'm doing is put in. Oh, okay, yeah. Now I understand it. So the other one had. Yeah, because this is the point-to-point connection, right?
That's right.
Yeah, it makes sense. So enter.
Yep. And then the next one, type in network. Oh,
Oops.
yeah, so
What happened?
that's like the logging synchronous. We could disable that in a different video. But for now, type
Oh,
in
yeah. You
type in
want me to
network.
do that or network? Okay.
And then 192.168.4.
This is the loopback.
No, no loopback on this one. So 192.168.1.4.
Oh, that one, that four. Okay, got it.
And then 0003. And this also will be on area 0.
Got it.
So actually, let's draw a couple circles. So in Packet Tracer, in the top left where the note thing is, there's a little like oval shaped thing, like yeah, that one.
Mm-hmm.
And then let's draw a big circle around all the routers. And let's have the edge of the circle touching router A and C. So router A and C can be like on the edge of the circle kind of thing. You could drag the circle around after too. Yeah, so bring it up so that the top of the circle is.
You want me to? Oh,
So
the circle.
put all the routers in the circle.
Oh, all of them.
All of them. Yeah.
You want me to make it bigger?
No, that's good. That's good. And then put router A and router C right on the edge of the circle. And
Like this?
Yeah,
Or
that's right. Router C can be on the edge. And then router B, just leave it in the middle. Yeah.
like this?
And then now grab the circle tool again. And then make 2 more circles. The other circle is going to be by router A. So router A is going to be on the edge of it. Yeah, just like that. And then another one for router C. Great. So the big circle in the middle is area 0. And then the circle to the left by router A is area 1 for the loopback. And
Sorry, can you say it one more time?
so we'll grab the notepad up at the top, make a little note. And
Okay.
then in the middle circle, write area 0.
Oh, got it. Uh-huh.
The circle to the left, write area 1. Circle to the
Okay.
right, write area 2. Great. So that's like our layout now. And area 1 is the loopback 0, and then area 2 is also the loopback for router C. So now we have a better like image in our heads of what's going on.
Okay.
So now we're just going to configure OSPF on the last router, which is router C.
Okay.
Let's press enable,
Perfect.
and then we go configure terminal. And we'll type in router OSPF 20. And then we could type in network. 192.168.1.4, and then put in the wildcard 0.0.0.3, and that's our point-to-point connection in area 0.
Perfect.
Hit enter. And our next network is our loopback. So it's going to be network. Oh. Yeah, put out that message again. By the way, to disable that, you just type in logging synchronous in... I can't remember if it was in global terminal mode or not. We'll get to that in a different video.
Oh, okay.
Unless if you know off by heart.
I think it works on one of the VTY lines.
Yeah, that's right.
I don't know.
I think you're right.
So in this case, we're using the CLI. This is like the console, right? I think it's the console line.
Okay. Let's try this after this network. So.
Okay. Network. I think so. I don't know. I'm not sure.
I think you're right. Yeah. 192.168.
192. Okay.
.1.12. And then same wildcard mask, and this will be area 2. Yeah, and then now if you press exit and then go line console. Is it line console 0 or just line console?
I think it's line console 0.
Okay.
That's what I remember. Let's try it. I don't think it's going to affect.
Type in logging synchronous. I think that's the command for it, yeah. Then you hit enter. And then, I think that's... Okay, so
shouldn't I add something else? Like every second, something like that? Or that's it?
There's a few other ones you can add, yeah, but we'll do it in a different video, so...
Okay, so this is enough. All right.
Exit for now.
Okay.
Exit again. And let's do show IP interface brief. Great. So here we can see that both of those, it's showing our interfaces and the IP address of the interfaces, and then it's showing the status and the protocol. So here, if we look down there, we can see that under the serials 0/3/0, it shows our IP address that we configured, and the status shows up. So that's great. It shows our loopback is also up, so that's great too. And now we can go show IP route.
Show IP route, okay.
That's right. Hit enter. So here's another great show interface. So here we can see all of the networks that our router knows about, and it shows what their IP addresses are and what it's connected through. So we can see on the left side it says OCL and then OCL going down vertically like this way. Yeah, right there. So the O's show that it's OSPF. So OSPF has told this router about that network, 192.168.1.0, because we're not connected to that network. But it learned about that network through OSPF because now there's 2 routers, or 3 routers actually, in our network who've formed neighbor relationships with each other. So now they're advertising, sending their information back and forth. So, and if you look down, lower down, where it says IA, so
right
that's the loopback interface of the other router. And we didn't have to tell this router about that. It's just learned it automatically through the OSPF algorithm, which is great.
Oh, okay.
So now we know
nice.
Now we know OSPF is working because it's learning about those IP addresses without us putting it in. So we're going to do one more great show command. It's going to be,
It kind of like it looks like a MAC address table.
yeah,
Uh,
exactly,
it's kind of like
for routers.
yeah.
That's exactly what it is, yeah. So let's type in show IP protocols. Great. So here it's showing that our routing protocol is OSPF 20. Cool, cool.
Perfect.
And then it's showing the routers that or the networks that we're routing for, which are those two for area 0 and area 2. So that's cool. And then it's showing all the gateways. And the gateways is just like the interface IP addresses of routers. So those are all the gateways that aren't on the router that we're currently on.
Mm-hmm.
So that's cool. So now if we type in ping, let's type in the command ping. We'll do 192.168.1.9, which is the other area.
It was in the router B to
Yep.
the left.
So that's router
3.
A. So we'll type in enter.
Okay.
Bam!
Yeah,
It
nice.
works. So
Cool, nice.
so that bam!
Perfect.
We just set up a OSPF environment.
Cool, man. I really like this. This is fun.
Sweet. But
Wow.
and we can try telnetting too to router A, let's say.
Telnet. So you want me to grab a laptop
No, we're gonna telnet from this router to the other router.
from the router? Okay.
So
Which one?
I actually can't even remember what the command is for telnet because I never use telnet. I always use SSH. I think it's just
I
telnet.
think it's Telnet.
Telnet and then the
And the
IP
IP
address.
address? I think so, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, you are the expert. So you want me to telnet router B or A?
To router A. So let's telnet
Okay.
to 192.168.1.9. Great. Now it's
Yeah.
asking for a username. So the password was
sorry.
Cisco.
Yep.
Great. Awesome. So I think that's all for
Nice.
today. But before we end it, actually, let's save the configuration on all the routers. So hold down Control and press C to get back into your router right now.
Can you repeat it one more time? Hold what?
Hold down Control and press C.
Oh, Control C.
Yeah. Or that doesn't work. Okay. Maybe just type an exit then.
Okay. Oh, you say Z. Sorry, as in zebra, right?
I think it's... Yeah, just type an exit. It's okay.
Oh, that's okay.
And just type in WR, which is just the short way of doing copy, run, start. And now go into the other two routers and do the same thing.
We were in router A, right? Yeah.
We were in C.
And C. Okay.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
we gotta write B and A.
You want me to save everything here?
Yeah. Sweet.
Okay.
And then, so now save this packet tracer file so that we can work on it again, or maybe next time somebody else
Sure.
wants to come in.
Should we
but they
call it
wanna-
episode 1?
Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The episode
So
one's
what
good.
would you like me to do?
You can name it anything you want, but because next time maybe we can, configure the firewalls, block certain protocols and stuff like that.
So I put it OSPF EP episode 1.
Great.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Good.
Sweet. So that's all for today. And, I hope everybody enjoyed watching this. Maybe you
Right.
learned a couple things. Hope you followed along.
Yeah, I really learned. Thank you so much. Actually, this is my first time configuring OSPF, and basically, what you just taught me is not affecting the previous knowledge that I have about CCNA. This is going to, this is just helping me understand better,
Of
like
course.
the other things that I've been doing. So I was never confused. So that was pretty nice from you. And yeah, that's cool.
Sweet.
That's nice.
Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it, Alex. And, I'll catch you next time.
Yeah, man. Just let me know.
Okay. Have a great day, man.
Yeah, you too. Take care.
Bye now.
Bye.